أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. And first of all, I would like to welcome everyone, for those in particular for whom today's session is the first session. I will tell you the layout in which I will be teaching these classes so that you are aware of how the framework of the classes will be. So I will try to engage all the students onto the mic so that each student comes with the mic, and also it makes them more confident to come on the mic and try to speak Arabic language. And so don't worry about you making mistakes and making yourself feel a little bit shy. Don't worry about that. I'm here to help and support. And the other reason why I bring people on the mic is that so that I can assess the students who need more help and whether the students are understanding. So that's my way of teaching, try to make it as engaging as possible. And the other three things which I'll request, one is that try to write the Arabic lessons if you can, and translate the lessons. So reading, writing, and speaking. These are main three tools for any person to learn a language. If you use these three tools, you will learn the language and you would develop and flourish, inshallah. And the other great thing would be, and it would be appreciated if those who have their husband at home and have spare time, ask them to listen to you. Or if you have a adult older daughter or son who can listen to you, that'd be really good. And then also send me your recordings of you reading the lesson in Arabic and translating the lesson. You will see that you'll create a portfolio for yourself of how you've been doing from lesson 1 to lesson number 10 itself. It will keep a track record, and which is really helpful for everyone. And I normally use that when I do the reviews individually, show you that this is how you were and this is how you're improving, and it's good for you how you're progressing throughout the class, inshallah. And the other thing which I'd like to mention is that, inshallah, make your intention that you're doing and trying to endeavor to learn Arabic language for the sake of understanding the Quran and the ahadith of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. If you do it with this intention, so the time which you spend learning and trying to memorize things, it will be deemed as ibadat. And when things are going tough or a bit challenging and you persevere, you'll be rewarded for that immensely, because your intention is trying to understand the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and become closer to Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. For me, when I didn't know Arabic, in particular the Masaib and the Fadail of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, I wasn't able to appreciate it. But when I was able to understand Arabic and to be able to read the Masaib in Arabic and the Fadail, it's a complete different atmosphere and feeling, and a complete different sphere and perspective you will get of the atrocities and the oppression the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam have faced when you read it in the original language. And in particular the Masaib of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, when you read it in the Arabic language, Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam, it creates a different sentiment and feeling within yourself, and that sentiment and feeling brings you closer to the Ahlul Bayt, and that is my aim. It's trying to make as many of yourselves closer to the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, so that we can gain a proximity and benefit from their positions in the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any question before I continue? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraja. No? Okay, that's fine. Right, so I'm going to keep my introduction very short so that I don't take much of your time, and I'll go straight into the lessons. Now, there's a handout which I sent in the group, which you should have. If you don't have it, I will send it again to you. The handout which I sent was the following. Now, word itself, and in Arabic, we have noun, verb, adverb, function, pronoun, adjective, preposition, and interjection. And in Arabic, the terms for noun is called ismun. So when a noun which indicates upon an object or a thing or a name of a person, it's called a noun. And then fi'lun is a verb, harfun is a particle. And then the subcategory of particles. So particles are, for example, I put the book on the table. So the word on the table, or I went I went in the classroom. So when you went in the classroom, these are particles which complete a sentence without that. So these particles, they are things which come in a sentence to complete a sentence, but the particles by themselves, they don't convey a meaning. So there are things which complete a sentence with a verb or a noun itself. And then you have conjunctions. Conjunctions are, again, particles which give the meaning of, for example, when you say in English, I went running and I saw an animal or a sheep or a bird. So when you say and when you mention one verb, it means that after this word and, there is a repetition of the same verb saw. So these are called conjunction. Conjunction means that you have a particle which connects all of the actual words together under the one category of seeing if there's a verb mentioned. So that's called a conjunction. And then you have fi'l, as everyone knows, your past tense, present tense, and imperative orders. And Arabic itself, when it comes to nouns, it has a very diverse category of nouns under the category of nouns. So you have ism, which, as I said, name of object, place, individuals. Dhamirun is called a pronoun, which we'll do in book 1. Na'atun or sifatun. In Urdu, we use the word sifatun as well. Those who speak Urdu, sifatun means an adjective. So, for example, when sifatun is an adjective describing words. For example, beautiful, hardworking, lazy. All of these are adjectives. And dharfun is an adverb. So adverbs are, for example, those nouns which indicate upon time and place. For example, Friday, Monday, evening, these are time. And then when you say beneath, above, below, behind, in front, these nouns here are indicating upon place now. So there's two types of adverbs, time and place. That's called adverbs. And then interjections, I'll explain this at a later date, what the ismul fi'l means. Right, let's bring someone on the mic now, because I don't really like speaking myself that much. I would like Sister Khadija Jafari. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, Sister Khadija. Are you able to come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum, yes.
Alaikum assalam rahmatullah. Where are you from, Sister Khadija?
I'm from New York.
You're from New York. Okay, brilliant. Have you studied the Arabic before?
I have never studied before. I read the Quran, but even that I have a class for. So.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's start now. Now, in the Arabic language now, those who speak India and Pakistan are or da. Come on the mic, Sister Khadija, so that you can interact with me. So when there's now this in Urdu, those who speak Urdu, This is called a zabar, but in Arabic it's called a fatha. Is that clear, Sister Khadija?
Yes, that's clear.
And then a kasra is the sound of e, like di, ri. So that's called a kasra. And then when you have the sign of a dhamma, this is called a dhamma, which makes the sound of du, ru. So fatha, kasra, and dhamma. Excellent. And then you also have the sukun, which normally sometimes we use the word jazm, which is the silent letter. That the letter is silent, meaning it's joined to the previous letter itself. Correct?
Yes.
Brilliant. And then after that, the other thing I need to talk about is this, is that now in the English language, we have a common noun or a proper noun and a common noun. In indefinite noun, indefinite noun and a definite noun. For example, if I said to you a book and the book, what's the difference between the two?
The book is specific and a book is more not specific.
Yeah, general.
Yes, general.
Exactly. That's the way to a definite noun, and a definite noun is that it will have the alif. So, for example, al qalamu. So sorry, the word. So if I said al qalamu, so this one here, al qalamu means the pen. So it's a particular type of pen you're referring to. That's a definite noun. And an indefinite noun, which is called nakira and ma'rifa, is a noun which ends with a tanween. So all nouns, so everyone listen to this point carefully, all nouns, when they do not have alif lam attached to it, the last ending of the letter of the word should end with what? Sister Rubab? Sister Rubab?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hold on.
It will end with kitabun.
And with tashdid?
Tanween.
That's right, tanween. So all nouns, yes, correct. So all nouns in Arabic language, the normal ruling is that they should end with a tanween if it does not have alif lam. So kitabun, qalamun. So Bob, can you do me a favor now? So when you say kitabun means a book, qalamun means a pen. So that's called nakira indefinite. This is called a tanween. So, and the other point you need to remember, when you have alif lam, the last letter of the word will only end with one dhamma. Al-kitabu.
Yes.
Yeah. Al-qalamu. You cannot say al-qalamun, al-kitabun. You cannot do that. You cannot say the, a definite noun or indefinite noun. So I want you to now read this paragraph now, Sister Rubab.
Sorry?
Can you read this paragraph? Ism, noun may be indefinite or definite. Can you stop?
Indefinite, yeah. Ismun, noun may be indefinite, nakiratun, or definite, ma'rifatun. There are no definite or indefinite articles in Arabic language equivalent to English a and the. Indefiniteness of ismun is indicated by tanween, nunation at the end of the noun, which means the vowel sign is doubled at the end of the word. Definiteness is indicated to al prefixed to the noun. Kitabun, a book.
Correct.
Kalamun, a pen. Al-kitabu, the book. Al-kalamu, the pen. Since ismun cannot at the same time be definite and indefinite, tanween and al do not coexist. Al-kitabu and al-kalamu will be incorrect. I mean, al-kitabun and al-kalamun will be incorrect. Tanween is also used with proper noun, that is Muhammadun, Khalidun, Zaidun. Even though there is a tanween at the end of the noun, these proper nouns are definite. Oh, okay. So these names can have the...
So these names of individuals, exactly. So these names of individuals, Zaidun, Khalidun, Muhammadun, they are names of individuals. All names of individuals are treated as proper nouns, even though they have a tanween at the end, that it makes no difference at all. So this is one exception in the Arabic language, that all names, even of tanweens, you will not say a Zayd, a Khalid, a Muhammad itself. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right. And where are you from, Sister Arubab?
Sorry?
Where are you from? Which state are you from?
I'm sorry, your voice is not clear. Sorry?
Sorry, I said, I was wondering, which state are you from?
Oh, Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, okay, Canada, no problem. Okay, thank you for that, Sister Arubab. Now, I'm going to ask someone else. Can I request someone called iPad? They've got the ID as iPad.
This is me, Rokshinda Abbas.
Assalamu alaikum. Where are you from, sister?
Walaikum assalam. I'm from New York.
You're from New York, okay. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So now we're going to start from over here. There are three endings of a noun. Bismillah, start from there.
Bismillah is Dhamma and Fatha and Kasra. Al-Kitab,
Right.
Kitab, Muhammad, Muhammadun Al-Bab,
So Al-Kitab, Kitab,
Al-Kitabu, Kitab, Muhammadun
Al-Bab.
Al-Bab, and Babun. Al-Kitab,
Correct. So,
Kitaban, Muhammadan Al-Bab, Baban. Al-Kitab,
correct.
Kitab,
Gabi.
Muhammadin Al-Bab, Babin.
So you will see that a noun gets one dhamma or two dhamma tanweens, or one fatha or two
Tanween.
dhamma. Yeah. So now these three states, dhamma, fatha, kasra. Now, when a word receives a dhamma or a fatha or a kasra in Arabic, there's a name given to them. So when the last letter of a noun has a dhamma, it is said to be marfu'un. So this is very important. You need to memorize. Marfu'un is when a noun gets a dhamma, a pesh, or a dhamma tanween. For example, dhahaba Muhammadun ila suki. So the translation of this sentence, you write this down. Muhammad went to the market. So Muhammadun has two dhamma tanween. Then next one, Hamidun, Talibun, Mujtahidun. Hamid is a hardworking student. And finally, Aminatu bintun Jamilatun. Amina is a beautiful daughter. So this, when a noun gets a dhamma or dhamma tanween, it's called marfu'un. It's called marfu'un. And then the next one, which is called when the last letter has a fatha. So when it has a fatha, Ra'aytu Muhammadan fi suqi. So this sentence will be translated in English. I saw Muhammad in the market. Kam dolaran indaka. How many dollars do you have? Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I testify that Muhammad is his servant and his apostle. So this, when a noun gets a fatha or fatha tanween, it's called mansub. And finally, majroor. It is said to be majroor. It indicates genitive case in English. So nominative, accusative, and genitive. So nominative is when a noun gets a dhamma, it's called marfu'un. Mansubun, when a noun gets a fatha tanween, it's called accusative case in English. When a noun gets a kasra, hada kitabu Muhammadin. This is Muhammad's book. As-sa'atu ala sariri. The watch is on the bed. Ayyu yawmin hada. Which day is this? Ayyu shahrin hada. Which month is this? So this is called majroor when a noun gets a kasra or a kasra tanween. In English, it's called the genitive case. Is this clear to anyone, everyone? Yep.
Yes, but we have to memorize it, right?
Yes, correct. Marfu, mansub, and majroor. These three things you have to memorize. And inshallah, the nominal sentences do this after the lesson. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Right, we can start with lesson number 1. And I'm going to do 2 lessons today with yourselves. Okay, who's there? Right. Can I request Sister Tahseen Shah? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Shaykh, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Haven't heard from you for a while.
Yes, no, I'm back.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Let's go through the points to remember.
Inshallah.
And then we'll start lesson. Bismillah, go ahead.
Okay, so you want me to read the lesson? Points to remember?
Please do. Yes, please.
Okay, in this lesson, we will learn the following patterns. Ma hadha, what is this? Hadha kitabun, this is a book. Ahadha baytun, is this a house? Na'am, hadha baytun, yes, this is a house. La hadha masjidun, no, this is a mosque. Man hadha, who is this?
Excellent. Just 1 second, Tahseen.
Okay.
And now we are learning some particles of question. Ma in Arabic means what. Hadha in the Arabic language is for the noun of the pointing noun, making it easier for you. Hadha. So ma hadha, what is this? Hadha kitabun, this is a book. And then the other particle which you can use for asking question is by itself in the beginning. Hadha baytun, is this a house? And the reply can either be na'am, means yes, or la, which means no. Na'am hadha baytun, la hadha masjidun, no, this is a mosque. And then finally, the other particle which is used for asking question about individuals is man hadha, who is this? Continue now, Sister Sina.
Okay, so the notes, you want me to just read the notes? So note number 1, hadha is pronounced hadha, but it is written without the first alif. Did I do that right, brother? I'm not sure.
Yep.
Okay. Note number 2, Arabic has no word corresponding to the English is, i.e. Arabic has no copula. Note number 3, there is no word in Arabic corresponding to a in English, as in this is a book. The n sound at the end of the Arabic noun, kitabun, baytun, masjidun, is the Arabic indefinite article corresponding to the English a or an. The n sound is called tanween. Note number 4, the particle is that a hamza. Sorry, do I call that a hamza, brother? Alif, hamza? How do I call it?
Yep.
Okay. Is placed at the beginning of a statement, turns it into a question. For example, this is a house. Hadha baytun. Is this a house? Ahadha baytun.
Vocabulary as well now, please.
Okay, vocabulary. So should I just start from the house and go right? Am I doing Arabic and going from left to right? Sorry, can you just...
Waladun.
Okay, we start from waladun. Waladun, boy. Talibun, student. Rajulun, man. Tajirun, merchant. Kalbun, dog. Qittun, cat. Himarun, or hima, donkey. Hisanun, horse. Jamalun, camel. Dikun, rooster. Mudarrisun, teacher. Mindilun, handkerchief. Baytun, house. Masjidun, mosque. Babun, door. Kitabun, book. Qalamun, pen. Miftahun, key. Maktabun, writing table. Sarirun, bed. Kursiyun, chair. And Najmun, star. Qamisun, shirt. And tabibun, doctor.
Excellent. There's one mistake which they have done in the book is that they have wrote the words kitabun, qalamun, and they wrote pen. That's a mistake. It should be a pen, a key, a bed, because they're indefinite. Yeah. So it should be a bed, a chair, a star, a shirt. And if it was al-baytu, then it would be the house,
Yeah.
and al-babu, the door. So there's a mistake in the book itself, just to rectify this for you, okay?
Okay.
Right, thank you for that, Sister Tasina. Right, now I'm going to read for the first page, and then I will bring someone on the mic. I'll probably ask brother, is it Alam from Melbourne? I will ask you to come on the mic, and inshallah read it. So give me 2 minutes. Ad-darsul awwalu. So the first lesson. So when the mic is on mute for majority of the students, so I would like you to repeat after me so that you're scrolling correctly. Ad-darsul awwalu. Lesson 1. Hadha means this. So hadha is this, which is a pointing with like hadha kitabun. So, which means this is a book. So now let's read. Hadha baytun means this is a house. Hadha baytun, this is a house. So as we spoke earlier, and I said whenever a noun ends with a dhamma tanween, it gives the meaning of a. It gives the meaning of a house. So that's the reason why we're saying this is a hadha baytun, hadha masjidun, this is a mosque. Hadha babun, this is a door. Hadha kitab, hadha qalamun, this is a pen. Hadha miftahun, this is a key. Hadha maktabun, this is a book. And then hadha sarirun, this is a bed. Hadha kursiyun, this is a chair. So can I request my room, Alam? I know it's early morning in Melbourne, but Bismillah, if you're able to join. My room, Alam, are you able to come on the mic? Okay, let's then bring Sister Fizza. Fizza Jafri. Fizza Jafri is not being able to come on the mic. Right, then I will ask Sister Zahra. Can you come on the mic, Sister Zahra?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Alaikum salam. Is that my room?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Bismillah. Come on the mic.
Okay,
Can you?
so I'll mute myself.
Zahra, I think my room has come, and I'll bring you after.
Okay, no problem.
Go ahead, my room.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Bismillah. Hadha baytun.
This is a house.
Correct. Next one.
Haza masjidun. This is a mosque. Haza babun. This is a door.
Correct.
Haza kitab. This is a book. Haza kalamun. This is a pen. Haza
Miftahun.
miftahun. This is a key. Haza muktabun. This is a table chair.
Desk.
Haza
Is translated as desk.
This is a text. Thank you. Haza sarirun. Sarirun.
Sarirun.
This is a sarirun. This is a bed. Haza kursiyun. This is a kursi. This is a chair. Sorry.
This is a kursi. That's fine. Now you will see that the other point I need to mention. So whenever baytun and masjidun comes as a second word in a sentence, like hadha baytun, hadha masjidun. So, Sister Maroon, can you see how many words are there? Hadha baytun. How many words are there in Arabic?
Sorry.
2 words. How many words do you see? Hadha and baytun. How many words are there on the screen?
2 words.
2 words now. Now, when we translate it as this is a book, correct? So there are 4 words in English.
Yeah.
Correct? Now,
Yeah.
in the Arabic language, there is no word which corresponds for is. So what happens in the Arabic language is that the harakat on the letters, the fatha, the kasra, and so forth, they would demonstrate or illustrate that whether there is a relationship of the 2 words together. For example, if I translate it literally, the word hada means this, baytu means a house. If I say this a house. Does it make any sense in the English language? A house. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. So what happens there is that the baytun, when it comes as a second word in a sentence, the baytun, it can raise two meanings. One, it gives the meaning of a house, and it also can raise the meaning of is. This is a house. So hadha masjidun is this is a mosque. So the on the last letter of the word, which has a dhamma tanween, it conveys the meaning of a, and it also conveys the meaning of is. So dhamma tanween is the thing which creates that relationship between hadha and baytun together. Because otherwise, if you have words together without a connection between them, it's not a complete sentence. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. Jazakallah for that, sister. Thank you. Now, on the next page, now we are going to ask questions about these objects which we have done on the first page. And the word which we're going to use is ma. Ma hada, what is this? So ma in the Arabic language, it's the particle used for asking question about objects. And so ma hada, what is this? Hada baytun, this is a house. And then ahada baytun, is this a house? So is, write this down. Means is this. Sorry. Ahada baytun, is this a house? Na'am hada baytun, yes, this is a house. Then we ask the next question. Ma hada, what is this? Hada qamisun, this is a shirt. Ahada sarirun, is this a bed? I don't think this is a bed. This looks like more like a chair. So la hada kursiyun, this is a chair. And then ahada miftahun, is this a key? La hada qalamun, this is a pen. Ma hada, what is this? Hada najmun. Sister Zahra, bismillah, come on the mic.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, bismillah.
Okay, so you want me to repeat this?
Yes, please.
Okay, so ma hada baytun. So should I read it and then translate it and then go through?
Yes. Read,
Okay,
translate, and go through.
Got it. So ma hada is what is this?
Correct.
Hada baytun. This is a house.
Correct.
Ahada baytun, is this a house?
Correct.
Naam hada baytun. What does naam mean?
Na'am means yes. So the word na'am
Yes.
means yes, and la means no.
Right. So naam hada baytun, yes, it is a house. So then ma hada is what is this? Hada kamisun, it is a shirt.
This is a shirt.
Hada sarirun, is this a chair? La hada kursiyun, no, it is a kursi, it's a chair. Ahada miftahun, is it a key?
Is this
No, is this a key? La hada kalamun, no, it is a pen. Ma hada, what is this? Hada najmun, it is a star.
Excellent.
Hada najmun.
Jazakallah, thank you for that. Next person I'm going to ask to come on the mic will be Ruqayya.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam. So Ruqayya, can you go through this page and try to answer these questions? So the word here, it's maktabun. I'll tell you that one because there's a bit, you may have forgot that word. So that's desk. Bismillah, continue. Ma hada.
Ma haza, what is this? Haza maktabun, this is a desk. Ma haza, what is this? Haza sarirun, this is a bed. Ma haza, what is this? Haza kitabun, this is a book. Ma haza, what is this? Haza batun, babun, sorry.
Babun.
Babun. This is a door. Ma haza, what is this? Haza batun, this is a house.
Baytun.
Your voice is breaking.
Sorry, baytun. Hada baytun. Can you hear me now? Okay. Right. Jazakallah. Now, let me bring someone else to the next page. I'm going to ask Sister Shahida, iPad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Bismillah. Start from the top. From Ahada Baytun.
Again, the same page?
No, page number 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Ahaza Baytun. Is this a house? Naam. This is a house.
Naam. In Arabic, please, not in English. Naam.
Yes, this is a house.
In Arabic, not in English. Naam Hada. Hada Baytun.
Naam. Haza
Hada
Bayt.
Bayt. Correct.
Ahaza Qamizun. Is this a shirt?
Correct.
Naam. Naam. Haza Qamisun.
Correct.
Haza
Miftahun.
Miftahun.
No. So you say La.
La haza qalamun.
Excellent. La Hada Qalamun. Correct.
Haza najmun. Naam. Haza najmun. Is this
Excellent.
a star? Yes, this is a star.
Jazakallah. Brilliant. All right. Next person I'm going to ask to come on the mic will be Sister Mayroom Alam. Can you come on the mic?
Yeah.
Go ahead now. Read these 3 sentences, 3 lines from read and write Hada Maktabun and translate as well.
Sorry, can you again?
Can you read the first 3 lines? Hada Maktabun. Read the Arabic and translate, please.
Okay. هذا مكتوب. This is a desk.
Yeah, desk.
هذا. This is a desk.
Desk. Yes.
هذا مسجد. This is a mosque. هذا قلم. This
Correct.
is a pen. هذا سرير. This is a bed. ما هذا.
Correct.
What is this? هذا كرسي.
Correct.
This is a
A
هذا
chair.
كرسي. هذا كرسي. This is a chair. هذا بيت. Is this a house? لا هذا مسجد. لا no, this is a mosque. ما هذا. ما هذا. What is this? هذا
What is?
مفتاح.
Yep.
هذا مفتاح. This is a
Miftahun.
مفتاح. This is a desk.
A key. Miftahun
sorry,
is a
key.
key. No, key.
Oh my.
Key. Yeah.
Key.
Jazakallah. Thank you for that. Now, thank you for that. Now, next thing we're going to learn, it's about man hada. So man hada is the actual particle which is used when you ask questions about individuals. So who is this person? So man hada. Hada tabibun. This is a doctor. Man hada. Hada waladun. This is a boy. Man hada. Hada talibun. This is a student. Ahada waladun. Is this a boy? La. Hada rajulun. No, this is a man. So I'm going to ask Sister Rubab, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you start from man hada?
Okay, man hada. Man hada. Hada tabibun. Who is this? This is a doctor. Man hada.
Correct.
Man hada. Hada waladun. Who is this? This is a boy. Man hada. Hada talibun. Who is this? This is a student.
Correct.
Hada waladun. La. Hada rajulun. Hada waladun. Is this a boy?
Correct.
No, this is a man. Man?
This is the man. Yep. Jazakallah. Brilliant for that. Thank you. Now, next question is now the speaks of Manha Hajirun. Who is this? This is a merchant. Maha is this? Hada Masjidun. This is a mosque. Hada Kalbun. This is a dog. Ahada Kalbun. Is this a dog? La. Hada Kittun. This is a cat. Hada Himarun. This is a donkey. I'm going to ask now for this page to be done by. I'm going to ask Sister Khadija. Can you come on light, please?
Yes.
Go ahead. Let's read.
Okay. Arabic is not that good, but
Okay, I will help you to get your Arabic polished up, so don't worry about that.
thanks. Mahaza.
No, man. Here, man hada.
Man haza. Haza
Tajirun.
hajirun.
Tajirun, correct. Tajirun is a merchant.
Sorry, what?
Merchant.
Merchant.
Yep.
Nice. So I'm guessing that's house of a merchant.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Man haza. Right. Man
Correct.
haza tajir.
Hada tajirun, correct. Next one, ma hada.
Maza kalb.
No, ma, next one is ma hada. So it's mim alif ma.
Maha. Oh.
Hada. So the what happened? The tongue be underneath the front two teeth. Ma hada.
Okay.
Ma hada.
Mahaza.
Excellent, you got it right now. Ma hada. Hada.
Mahaza.
Masjidun. Hada masjidun.
Masjidun.
Good. Hada. This is a
dog.
mosque. No, masjid. This is a mosque.
Oh yes.
Next one.
Okay.
Hada.
Mahaza kalb.
Hada kalbun. This is a
Dog.
correct. Next one.
Maza kalb. Wait.
Hada kalbun.
Ahaza kalbun.
Excellent.
Cat.
Kalbun. Translation: is this a dog? Ahada kalb.
Oh yeah.
No. So is this a dog? And the answer no. La. Go ahead.
Yeah.
La.
La maza kita.
Hada kittun.
Kitun.
Kittun. No. This is a
Cat.
cat. Excellent.
So,
next one.
The la is a no, or it means the?
No. La means no.
La means no.
No. Correct.
But in the other lesson that we just did, wasn't like la meaning the?
No. Alif lam. Al.
Oh, okay.
Means the.
So when it's just lam,
Alif,
then
like
it's
from.
no.
Correct.
And then when it's alif lam, it's the.
Excellent. So, like for example, we recite Surah Al-Hamd and say Alhamdu. Alhamdu means all praise, or the praise be to you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Nice.
finally, last one, the donkey. How do you
Maza.
say? Himar.
Himaru.
Hada himar. Himarun.
Himarun.
Yep. Hada himarun. This is a
Donkey.
donkey. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Jazakallah. Thank you for that. I request next person on the mic is an Gulshan.
Yes, salam alaikum. Ahaza himarun. Is this a donkey? La. Haza hisanun. No, this is a horse. Wama haza. And what is this?
And
Haza
so the
jamalun.
word, so the word in Arabic wa means and. So wa means and. Just for the new starters, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. Wama haza. And what is this? Haza jamalun. This is a camel. Ma haza. What is this? Haza dikkun. This is a rooster.
Correct.
Man haza. Who is this? Haza mudarrisun. This is a teacher.
This is a teacher. Thank you. Brilliant. Next person I will ask to come on the mic. Where is Fizza Jafri? She was here early on. Okay, she's not there. Then I will ask someone who is iPad. Who is iPad? The ID.
Roshenda. Roshenda.
Sorry?
Roshenda.
Roshinda. Where are you from, Sister Roshinda?
Excuse me?
Where are you from? Which state?
I'm from New York.
New York. Bismillah. Can you read this page as well? So read and write. Bismillah.
Okay. Ma haza qalamun. What is this? This is a qalam. Haza kalbun. Is this a what is the
No.
kalbun?
Hada
Is this a
kalb.
dog? Haza kalbun. Is this a dog?
No,
This
no.
is a dog.
Correct.
This is a dog. Man haza. Who is this? Who is he?
Correct.
Haza tabibun. He is a doctor.
No, this is a doctor.
Haza.
This is a doctor.
This is a doctor.
Hada means this, not, yeah. If you want to say he, is a different word in the Arabic language, which is huwa. We'll do that, inshallah, lesson number 3, huwa. At the moment, this is a doctor.
Okay. Haza tabibun. This is a doctor.
Mhm.
Haza jamalun. This is a camel.
Correct?
Ahaza deacon.
Beacon. Beacon is a rooster.
Okay. Ahaza deacon. Is this a rooster? Naam. Yes. Ahaza kalbun. Is this a kalbun is dog?
Correct?
La. Haza qittun. This is a cat.
Correct?
Ahaza hisanun. Is this a horse?
Correct?
La haza himarun. No, this is a donkey.
Excellent.
Ahaza waladun. Is this a man?
A boy? No, a waladun is a boy.
Waladun is okay. Ahaza waladun. Naam. Is this a boy? Yes.
Excellent.
Man haza. Who is he? Haza.
No, who is this?
rajulun. Who is this? Haza rajulun. He is a man.
This is a man.
This is a man. Okay.
Correct. Okay, brilliant. Thank you for that. Right, I'm going to do lesson.
Should I read that one too?
Right, now lesson number 2, ad-dars al-thani, the second lesson. So in the first lesson, we learned the word hada. Now hada, as I mentioned, is a noun which indicates for something which is near. Now in the second lesson now, what you're going to learn is about dhalika. Dhalika al-kitabu, like in Surah Baqarah. So dhalika means which is something further away, which means that. So we are going to use hada and dhalika together to make the sentence now. So now, ma dhalika, what is that? Dhalika najmun, that is a star. Hada masjidun wa dhalika baytun, this is a mosque and that is a house. Hada hisanun wa dhalika himarun, this is a horse and that is a donkey. And then dhalika kalbun, dhalika kalbun, is that a dog? La dhalika kittun, no, that is a cat. Ma dhalika, what is that? Dhalika sarirun, that is a bed. Now I'm going to ask next person to read this lesson, Sister Narjis Darsi.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, bismillah. Dhalika.
Ma zalika, what's that? Dalika, najmun, that is a star. Okay. Haza masjidun, wa zalika baitun. This is a mosque and that is a house. Okay. Haza hisanu, wa zalika himar. This is a horse and that is a donkey.
Correct.
Zalika kalbun, is that a dog?
Mhm.
La, dalika kitnun. This, no, that is a
Cat.
cat. Okay.
Correct.
Ma zalika, what is that? Zalika sarir. This sarirun, that is a bed. What is that?
Excellent.
That is a bed.
a bed.
Thank you. Okay, you want me to
Excellent.
continue? Okay. Ma zalika,
I'm going to ask to
zalika.
come on mic. Is going to be Sister.
Sorry.
I'll ask someone else, Sister Narjis now. I'm going to ask Sister Myroon Alam. Can you read the next page? So, man hadha wa man dhalika. Who is this and who is that? Sister Myroon Alam.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Man hadha wa man dhalika. Who is it? Who is this and who is that?
Excellent.
Hadha madrasun wa
Mudarris.
dhalika.
Mudarrisun.
Oh, sorry. Hadha mudarrisun wa dhalika imamun. This is a teacher.
A teacher.
And
Mhm.
this is a teacher. And that is a
Imam.
imam.
Yep.
Mazalika, what is that? Zalika hijr. This is that is rock.
Hajar. That is a rock, yes.
That is rock. Haza, what is this? Sukkarun.
Karam.
Sukkarun. Wazalika labanun.
Correct.
This is sugar, and that is
Correct.
milk.
Correct. This is sugar and that is milk. So laban is translated to milk in this lesson. Jazakallah. Thank you. Next person I will ask to read is going to be Martha. Martha, are you able to come on the mic? Okay, no. And I'm going to ask Rubab. Can you come on the mic?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you want me to read the new words? Okay.
Yes. No, not the new words. Hada sukkar wa dhalika laban, just from there.
Oh, okay. Sukkarun wa dhalika labanun. This is a sugar and that is a milk. Man dhalika imamun. Who
is that?
Man dhalika, who is that? That is an imam. Dhalika kitun. Is that a dog? Is that a cat? La dhalika kalbun. No, that is a dog. Ma hada, what is that? Hada hajarun, that is a stone.
Excellent. And the new words?
The new words, okay. Imamun, hajarun, sukarun, labanun.
Excellent. Right. And finally, points to remember, and I'll end the lesson there. I'm not going to go for lesson 3. I'll do it next week.
Okay.
Can you read this, please, in this lesson?
This lesson, the points to remember, yeah. In this lesson, we learned the use of dhalika meaning that and wow meaning and. Example, this is a house and that is a mosque. Hada baitun wa dhalika masjid. Note, dhalika is pronounced dhalika, but it is written without a leaf. The word wow is written close to the following word. Vocabulary: imamun, imam; hajarun, stone; sukarun, sugar; labanun, milk.
Jazakallah. So next week we'll do the lesson number 3, and then the following week we'll do the lesson number 4. So if everyone could kindly write this lesson out, and write the translation well, and also send recording that has studied Arabic and feels more confident and look to any questions from anyone.
Brother, your voice was breaking. What did you ask for?
I said if you could kindly write the lesson out, lesson 1 and 2 in Arabic, and translate. If you can write the lesson 1 and 2 and translate the lesson, and also send me a voice note. So read the lesson in Arabic, translate the lesson, send that recording to me so that I can listen to you as well. That would be much appreciated. Any question from anyone else?
No, that's fine. Thank you very much, Sheikh. That was very helpful.
You're welcome. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. So inshallah next week we'll do the actual other handout, which is I'll explain this handout which you had, because the reason why I didn't explain this, because once I start lesson number 3, this useful, this handout. So inshallah lesson number 3 I'll do next week, and the following week I'll do the 4th pronouns. How do you say he, she, my book, his book, inshallah. I'll start that in 2 weeks time, inshallah. Okay. And any other question from anyone before we stop?